I'm watching you. Private eye.
Hello and welcome to Your Podcast, Veronica Mars. I am Joe.
And I'm Travis.
And today we're at the point we've been waiting for since we started this.
I mean, the point was last episode for me, but okay.
Season 1, episode 22, the season finale, Leave It to Beaver.
Before we start, I just want to say thank you to any single person who's listened at all the last 22 episodes.
Or if you're jumping on here, thank you. You matter too.
I pretty much imagined Joe and I getting to episode 10 and then calling it quits. But we did not. So I hope everyone enjoyed the first season. And thank you. It's been really fun to interact with everyone on Twitter. And this has been a really good outlet. I've enjoyed it.
It's been a blast. And I'm hoping season 2 only gets better and easier.
Veronica Mars only goes downhill from here, so we'll see.
This is a goddamn lie. Season 2 is so amazing. Shut your mouth.
Okay, we know this is gonna be a long episode, so let's get the episode description going, and then let's rip right into it.
The shortest thing about this is probably going to be the episode description, because iTunes tells us, in the shocking, action-packed season finale, Veronica solves the mystery of who murdered her best friend, Lilly Kane, but she betrays someone she cares deeply about in the process.
Is that it?
That's it.
Wow.
There's
so many other things that could have added to that, but okay.
I think they're just like, we know what you're here for. We know what you want out of this.
If you've watched the first 21 episodes, you'll probably watch episode 22.
One would hope.
I just gonna stop watching Veronica Mars after a trip to the dentist. That's all the closure I need.
I mean, it's not a bad episode to end on.
But you need to know who killed Lilly Kane. Okay.
I mean, do you?
No.
Do you?
In my mind, Lilly Kane's never been dead. So let's go.
She's been alive in our hearts. Okay, so with this episode, since I really don't want to skip over anything or miss anything, we are going scene by scene, scene by scene, not this act, that, or whatever, this character. So it's going to be a lot more linear than what we're used to.
What Joe is trying to say is there's going to be a lot going on in this episode, so get yourself a drink,
buckle up,
lay back, buckle up, buckaroos, because here we go. Scene 1.
Scene 1, episode 22.
Interior. Newspaper office. We're just going to read the entire episode too.
I mean, I got the script here. We're good. I mean, so we open up with Keith at the newspaper office.
Which talking. Is, I think, the weakest scene of this episode, but it needs to establish what's going on.
It needs to start somewhere.
Also, the dude playing the reporter is Tara's dad on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That he is.
And he was not a nice person on Buffy. So I do not like him.
He's a little he's horrible on Buffy. And does not like sex workers in Veronica Mars. So
well, no one seems to like sex workers on Veronica Mars.
That is very valid and true.
Abel Coots, apparently.
Cliff. I think Cliff does.
Oh, because
he's protector of Loretta.
Exactly.
Cocoon.
I do find it weird that Abel Coots does not appear in this episode.
Right, it would have been a good one to...
I don't know where he would appear in this episode.
True.
But...
there's really nothing I would have cut out or slimmed down.
No. It is weird that he's not in this episode. Because he plays such a big role, but also does not play a very big role in this series. So this pretty much sets up the whole newspaper thing. Blah, 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 blah. It's just another wrinkle into the Abel Koontz is not the killer. And
Yeah, they really... I mean, I feel like they've already driven this home.
Yeah.
With the audience. And it's just even... we get it. We know he's not 10-4. It's understood.
It's
we got
not
this.
Abel Koontz. So then we get Keith walking home on Leanne and Veronica cooking their Mexican fiesta.
I always like imagined, like, just going back and watching, like, that he hesitated a bit more before walking in.
He hesitated.
But he didn't really. Like, he was, like, looking at the mail, and he's like, oh, no, okay, and then he walks in. But I just, in my head, for some reason, I remember him, like, pausing before, like...
Well, Keith very much...
Gotta do this again.
Keith is very much not happy that Leanne's there. He is not enjoying himself at all.
Oh, God, no.
He's just happy that Veronica's happy.
Right?
And, like, for someone...
It's like watching a kid at Christmas, like, open up gifts.
For someone who hates her mom, she's pretty chummy with her mom, which this is what always kind of bugged me, but I do get it.
Right,
they have
it's
a really
mom.
weird relationship. She's just happy her mom's back, because for all she knows, her mom is now fully recovered alcoholic.
Right, and like she did that for her. Like,
yeah, she's
did like,
that.
I got her this help, and like,
because Veronica
we can be mother and daughter again.
Yeah, this episode, life hits Veronica real hard in this episode, and it's been 22 episodes in the making. But Veronica learns real quick she is a 17-year-old girl, and it sucks.
Oh yeah, like, But so that spoon trick, it does not work.
No, I've tried it. Of course, I've tried it.
Of course,
It does not work.
It did not work. I don't know if this was.
It's because Leanne Mars is the fucking liar.
I don't know if like Rob or Diane, whoever like does this in their home and wrote this, like, it doesn't work and you lied to us, and I don't appreciate it.
That's yeah.
Also, Leanne's drinking from that water bottle right next to Veronica.
Oh, would you not smell it?
And Veronica doesn't smell it, which I'm
Yeah.
guessing it's vodka because she's an alcoholic.
Oh, I assume
Like, it
it's
could
vodka.
be gin, but
It's vodka.
I mean, she seems like a vodka girl.
Well, so am I. So I know the tells.
But you would be able to smell that not only from the water bottle, but from her breath. Like, I don't care how many onions are cutting over here.
Maybe it's like vodka and soda.
Maybe
Maybe it's not,
but...
because I also, if that's straight up vodka, that's good on Leanne.
She's here to.
Because
she's here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, because she's pretty much a functioning. If she's drinking like the entire water bottle, she's a functioning alcoholic, and good for her.
Right? That's oh god.
Because after like 2 drinks, after like 2 vodka sodas, I am pretty much done. So good for her. Good for her. She has one skill in life, and it's drinking.
Oh god. Good on the actress though. Like, there's not, because I like this scene. Like, it's cute. It's a cute moment for Veronica that she's never gonna get again.
No.
And that we've never seen before. Really.
True.
Like, I know someone at home is screaming at us the answer, but the only other thing I can think of right now is when Leanne told her maybe you shouldn't fuck your brother. Like, so it's just really nice to have this cute moment with them.
They didn't give us really a lot of Leanne flashbacks, and a lot of the ones we did get were very to paint Leanne in a negative, which is fine. Leanne's the ultimate villain of Veronica Mars.
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh, Martha.
But I always enjoyed the music, like the music to your food, because I do that.
Oh
when I cook.
yeah.
I like to set a mood, as she said, and I agree.
Oh, definitely. I concur. I do that. Well, no. Austin does that. I don't like to cook. I like to bake. I don't like to cook.
I love to cook, but I have no one to cook for, so if you're in the Vancouver area and need to be filled, my address is... Okay. So
Mars Investigations. We're at Mars Investigations.
We get Cliff. Please tell me there's another Kane family in town.
Yes!
A Boris or a Gilda.
Cliff is just like, really, Keith? Like, I can't
And then Keith's just
do this
they'll
again.
settle. Oh, Good. Do you need me to notarize anything for you?
Right? So am I just here for like happy? Like, okay, I got it. So does Cliff get like a cut of this?
He's on retainer. Well, no one gets a cut of this. Mac,
yep.
Mac gets screwed. Weevil gets screwed. And we'll get there when we get there. But can you not just cancel the check? I don't know. But I guess the Canes aren't going to be really helping out Keith.
She probably went and cashed that right away.
But
Like,
I guess
it took them. It wouldn't have been until Keith got back from the hospital.
Yeah, Leanne.
Like,
okay, we'll talk that when we get there. No jumping around.
Okay. Fine. Oh yes. All right. I like that. So the scene we go to the school and Dick and Beaver.
I hate the scene.
Me
It's
too.
so they're trying to set it up like Dick and Beaver have done something so awful.
Take this to the grave.
Yeah.
Like what?
But I mean it's Dick, so it's Dick.
So this whole time, did they really think that like
That's what I wrote.
Logan
Okay.
killed Lily?
Did they think? Yeah. Did this entire time they think Logan killed Lily, and they've just been cool with it? Dick, I understand, because Dick is a rapist, as we established in episode 21.
Well, so is Beaver.
So, well, yes. Let's be real. But at this point, we don't know that. At this point, Beaver is a good boy.
Fair.
It is very odd. It's a very weird scene to just to add tension. Because this entire episode, you're supposed to think Logan killed Lily. And I always wonder if Jason Doreen and Kristen Bell didn't have great chemistry, if Logan would have been the killer.
Right?
Because I would have bought it. I would have bought it. Even though I think we both said...
But they wouldn't have even been together or Logan and Veronica wouldn't have been together if they didn't have that chemistry. That's the only reason they wrote that.
I know. It's so weird. I need answers that I'll never get. Because, I don't know. There's not a lot of retrospectives on Veronica Mars.
That's what we need.
So, then we get Wallace's only scene this episode, but it's a good one. I love when Veronica pulls him into the bathroom and he's like,
My blonde pulling me into the girls' room fantasy? Ruined.
Do me a favor.
Got ruined, Veronica.
And then-
ruined.
she asks him for a
Destroy this.
favor and he's real quick and they say it at the same time.
That was like, honestly, there really wasn't anywhere you could have fit Wallace in this episode.
No.
So I just love that they had their last like line together is the "Can you do me a favor?" at the same time. Like, it was so great.
In all
good.
in all seriousness, with the ratings Veronica Mars got, this should have been the series finale. So
it definitely was carried by critics. Like,
it's nice that every main character in this episode has at least one nice scene or nice moment.
mm-hmm.
And I would have liked to see Wallace's reaction to Keith and Alicia breaking up. But I don't know where that would have gone in this episode. It would have dragged it.
You know, it's funny just thinking of like how TV is now. Like, this episode would have been an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, I always for some reason think this is an extended episode.
Me
but it's
too.
not. But
I was like,
it can't be because the only real extended episode I can think of is the Buffy musical because they didn't do that. But if this was a streaming service, this probably would have been at least a solid 60 minutes because I think it clocks it at like 42 or 43.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I went onto like iTunes to like start it to watch it to take notes or whatever, and I'm like, wait, 42 minutes?
Yeah.
Really? They do so much in 42 minutes. Like,
but also, if they were a little better with their last slew of episodes, everything wouldn't have had to been forced into this final episode. But
I don't know. It worked for
it
the
does
ride.
work. Whatever.
So let's talk about the Keith and Alicia breaking up, because it's
Keith
so sad.
clearly does not want to break up with Alicia.
No, he's just like,
Fuck. And I don't understand why he stays with Leanne. I don't get it. I mean, I get it. I do get it. But just I just don't get it. It's stupid. Keith is stupid.
it's just so, because he'll give up like anything for Veronica,
And Veronica is
and you can't
asshole.
like, you can't fault him for that
No.
because, like, obviously, but then you're also just like, God damn it, this is the worst. Like, this is not your path in life, Keith. This is not your journey.
No.
You don't need to go down here. And Alicia seeing Veronica on her way
She was
out,
so
like,
angry.
you know, she wanted to just trip her.
Yeah.
Just
You happy
something.
now,
Like,
bitch?
on some level, she's like, fuck you, Veronica. Fuck you. I hate that my son befriended you.
I know. I wish Veronica Mars was never born.
Oh my god, fucking Anya comes out of the back.
Done.
Yes. I like the little moment that Keith and Veronica share, though.
There's a
He
lot
kinda,
of
like,
hugging between them
hugs
in this
her.
episode. Like,
I know.
it's very much. I think it's maybe too much, but
No.
okay, whatever.
Well, they didn't do it at, like, random weird moments.
They hugged like 3 times in this episode.
Yeah, okay, this time, the paternity test, and, like, when he was dying.
Okay, whatever.
They just have a lot of moments to hug to.
So then we hop on over to the Canes, and
One of my favorite lines is Celeste saying,
Jake, honey, when did we become Republicans?
We haven't. We're going with the flow.
it's just good for business.
so it's good to know the Kane's political alignment. Celeste doesn't exude big Democrat energy, but, like, I'll go for it. I buy it.
They do live in California, so I assume.
Jake kind of does. I can see.
Jake totally does. Jake is like the cool. He's the
cool CEO.
Yeah, they try to make him a little Steve Jobsy, but they don't really go because they don't really explore Kane software very much.
Kane Software doesn't need a diversity program. Jake just brings diversity.
They hired Alicia and Clarence
Oh my-
Bateman.
The 2 black characters on Veronica Mars are both employed by Kane Software.
Exactly.
But I don't think there's any Hispanics at Kane Software.
There must be.
That's racist.
There must be.
Who? Maybe. Oh. Maybe that's where Felix would have worked there. He loves his Excel spreadsheets.
Felix would have been a real good bottom boy at Kane Software.
All right, back to the Kane home.
I'm glad I needed to say Kane Industries one more time to make me sound like a bigger idiot than I already am. Okay, so Teddy Dunn gets a great moment where he's just like, stop fucking lying to me, guys. He's like, so did anyone read the newspaper today? So it turns out Abel Koontz didn't kill Lily. Do you want to open this up for discussion? And Celeste is just done with it. She's like, eh.
Well, they both were, because they're just like, yeah, well, Duncan, you did it. Like,
I know. I was like, sorry, kiddo. I did this for you. We tried to... You murdered your damn sister. What do you want from us, okay? You're a murderer.
that was so fucking, like, just abrupt.
Savage. Jake Kane is a savage motherfucker, I'll tell you that.
Like, it was very much had the, like, I worked on this story for a year, and he just tweeted it out. Like, it was very much that within this scene, because Jake's like, yeah, like, I found you, and you had, like, straight murdered your sister. Like, ta-da! Let's go get breakfast, guys.
It's funny what people will do for their kids, though, because it's very believable this would actually happen in real life, because I'm pretty sure this has happened in real life.
Oh, yeah, no. This
and
is
let's talk about,
definitely...
what's her face? What's that? Jean Benet Ramsey. Because the brother totally killed her. The brother totally killed her.
Oh my god, that's like my favorite murder.
Yeah.
Like, anything.
So this is just an adult version, or like a teenage version of that, okay?
Except the mom actually liked John Benet Ramsey.
Whatever. So we get Cassidy. My name is Cassidy.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, by the way, I'm actually Cassidy, not
FYI.
People.
It's funny how in 22 episodes this line will resurface in a very different tone.
Ooh. Has some impact to it in the next 22. Or in the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
When I was watching this, I almost wish instead of bringing on Beaver, if they had brought back Luke to be the Beaver role. And I understand Beaver plays a bigger role in season 2, but they've already established that Luke and Dick and Logan go down to Mexico a lot. So I almost wish it was Luke who came up to Veronica with that conscience, because I also like that character, and they already kind of established
That would have been fun.
a bit of a, not buddy relationship, but a mutual understanding in the last episode. So it would have been interesting to have Luke come to Veronica and be like, hey, Logan wasn't in Tijuana, or he left in the morning. Because Beaver, they've tried real hard in this last 3 episodes to establish him as a character that's been there since day one, when he hasn't. And I understand it's hard, especially shows like this where you don't, especially at the very beginning, you don't know where you're going to end up. You don't even know if you're going to get to an ending, because so many shows get canceled after like the first 3-4 episodes. So it's hard to set up all these characters, because they didn't start establishing characters until like episode 6 or 7 as reoccurring. So I get it. I think Luke would have been a more interesting fit than Beaver.
Well, and it makes me think that they knew what they wanted to do with Beaver since introducing him, and they didn't want to, because they very easily could have just introduced him at the beginning of season 2, but it kind of probably would have, I think it would have been a bit more obvious.
It works
to link
well.
him to the murder.
And honestly, when you watch season 2 and you get to the ending, I always forget that Beaver is not introduced till the end of season 1. For some reason, I always picture him in a lot of season 1, and that's good on the writers and the world they build, but it's not true. So that's just my 2 cents on Beaver.
I really like that.
And I kind of wonder if they
thought of putting Luke there.
They're like, we'll call the episode Leave It to Beaver. Oh, we need to introduce a character named Beaver now.
Or that. Oh my god, that would have been great.
Because Leave It to Luke wouldn't have been doesn't have the same ring to it.
I don't know. It has a little alliteration to it. And
Leave It to Luke.
I love me some alliteration.
That sounds like a sitcom from like CBS. Leave It to Luke's.
Leave It
Wednesdays
to Luke.
at 9.
Oh my god, that would have been a great Gilmore Girls spinoff. Leave it to Luke. And he's just going around like fixing shit.
Each episode's a different house.
Maybe he gets like a job at like Emily and Richard's place, and it's just him like as the like groundskeeper, and he's just fixing things around the Gilmore mansion. I would have.
Okay, we're off topic.
Sorry.
Okay, so the first. No. Oh, sorry. You have more to add to that scene?
Yes, I do.
Oh, sorry. I thought I added a lot to it, but okay, go ahead.
No, apparently this scene means a lot to us. Why didn't Keith and Veronica check the records of Logan coming back before this point? Like, they just trusted Dick and Beaver's word that he was in Mexico with them? Because later on we find out that Keith checked, like, the records of...
Border Control, or Border Patrol, right?
Yeah, so they just went off Dick and Beaver's word for this? Am I missing something?
I don't think Logan was a huge suspect, though.
Because besides Dick being a rapist, like, he's not the most trustworthy of people. Like, I wouldn't take his word on anything.
I don't know.
Especially defending his best friend.
I don't think people really looked into Logan until this episode, so no one had to check their story.
Well, but he had an alibi. But wouldn't they need to verify that alibi?
But who was running the case?
He was He was her boyfriend, though. Like, that's always the first suspect.
Yeah, but Keith fucked up this investigation just as much as Lamb did. Okay, Keith was so focused on it being Jake and Celeste that he didn't probably look into Logan.
Well, no, wouldn't this have been Keith's fault? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and no, I agree.
Like, he should have.
I agree.
This earlier. Okay.
That's what I mean. Is everyone no one helped Lily out here. Everyone fucked up this murder case. Okay?
Veronica is literally the only one to do anything for it.
And even then, Veronica almost got herself killed. So
multiple times.
Lily, I'm sorry, no one. I hope whoever solves my murder case is a little more put together than.
I mean, how many times have I watched Veronica Mars and The Good Wife and like I love CSI, the original.
This is true.
So I got you, buddy. I'll figure this
I just
out.
assume Austin's the one who's gonna kill you. So like easy.
Oh yeah, like that suspect is. If I ever go missing, he's the one to check.
And would I blame him? Probably not. I'm probably sure he'd have a real good reason.
I mean, now you have a place to move to in the States if you want.
I'm good. So
I wouldn't.
This episode has no opening credits, and for some reason, I was waiting for them. And I'm like, oh yeah, no.
Because I kept waiting for it to cut, and then what scene is it? I think it's after the classroom with Beaver. I expect it to cut to opening credits. And
yeah, because it cuts
of Veronica's
to black.
like stunned face.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't. I'm like, oh, is it later? And then I forget to. It like starts like rolling, and I forget all about it. And
yeah.
Okay. Thank you for
But
bringing
they
that up. Cause...
only had so much time. I'm okay with them losing the minute and a half for something else.
You know, it worked. It was fine.
Yeah.
All right, so then we're in the school hall. Well, we're Mars Investigations, where Keith and Veronica are going over the information she got about Logan and the shot glass, and Keith remembers the baked-in ensenada glass.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about this scene, because
there wasn't really much.
No. It's because it's the next scene when Veronica's at school, the very empty school. There's only 3 people in this school, apparently. They could not hire any extras, because every school scene seems to be real light on students.
End of the year. It's end of the year. I mean, the seniors are probably gone. Juniors are just gonna be gone.
So I like how they are pushing real hard to make Logan look like he's hiding something.
Bad boyfriend playing in this scene is perfect. So good. Fucking love the song. I love that they play it here and then they continue it, and we'll talk about it at that point. But I like that this isn't the last that we hear it in the episode. And so I feel bad for Logan right now.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So do
because
I.
He like very much is like, he's just trying to make sense of all this too. Like, he just found out like Abel Koontz didn't do it. Like, maybe it really was Duncan, and like.
But he comes off so suspicious.
Right.
He's just like, it must have been Duncan then. Dun, dun, dun. It wasn't me.
Well, he kind of does that when he finds out about Duncan's thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, you know, I didn't know Duncan had this crazy thing. Maybe he blacked out.
Yeah.
Like, it's at least continued. It's not like...
Yeah.
But it is funny that anytime they want to, he, like, throws it at Duncan. Like, maybe it was my best friend.
And it's also super awkward because he just assumes Veronica's been ditching him, which she has been. And now she's all... I like her excuse. It was just too much. I was thinking about Duncan and Lily. I'm like, fair enough.
Right. It was a good excuse.
And then he
thought that one through.
He kisses her on the forehead and she just looks like she's about to vomit.
Oh, God. That's so sad on, like, both accounts. Like,
and then we get, for some reason, Weevil just hanging out in an empty classroom.
Okay, so the way I make this make sense.
Okay.
Is he's just been following, like, Logan or Veronica around to make sure Logan doesn't mess with Veronica. Because as far as he knows still, like, the whole camera thing, I don't know if she told him about the camera thing, but, like, even before she confirms to him while, like, talking on the phone to Keith, like, she heavily implies to him that, like, Logan might have killed Lily. So I like to think he's just, like, sleuthing around, maybe following Logan, and then...
So this is how I'll make it work.
Oh god.
Fuck.
So this will be a 4-hour episode. Great.
Felix was giving Weevil a little head, and they just needed an empty classroom. Period.
But where was... Felix was probably cleaning up.
Felix was cleaning up.
No, Felix doesn't leave a mess.
No, Felix swallows. Felix swallows. Felix is a good boy, and he swallows.
He cleans up everything. Okay, so this sets up the entire season 2 plot, basically, with Weevil overhearing this phone call.
Which I don't...
I know I mentioned it in the last episode, but it really sets it up here. It's...
Okay.
So bad news bears for...
I enjoyed the next scene where Celeste and Keith are... Like, Keith is... like his... I don't know how I'm going to explain this to Veronica. And Celeste is like, we both fucking know. Veronica knows everything, Keith, okay? You're a perfect little princess. Is a fucking bitch. We know she knows, okay? And this
I love how
clip's
much
like...
Celeste we've gotten.
So if she slips, tough toenails?
Right? The amount of Celeste we've gotten has been perfect for this episode. Like,
Oh, yeah.
They could have very easily focused more on Jake.
But Jake gets a good moment near the end of the episode, so it's nice.
He does.
Because I honestly believe, because Jake could probably be like, oh, just send the lawyer. And Celeste is like, I will be in that fucking room and we will discuss this. I'm taking charge of this, Jake. I got this. Don't worry about it.
I got a good code. We're doing this.
Yeah.
I love it. And then we go from there to the paternity result,
which is one of
Mars
my favorite
Investigations.
scenes. And when she walks in and Keith is like, Celeste agrees to pay, and Veronica says she's paying double and sponsoring her club membership.
Yes. And I love she doesn't even like hesitate when he tells her like what signing would give up. She's like, that's cool. Like,
and then
don't care.
He just looks at her. What, am I supposed to sign in blood?
Oh.
And then
they hug again.
What?
You know what you just signed away?
There's nothing that I want from them.
Nothing. You didn't sign away a thing. Veronica, I am, without a doubt, your father.
Which I'm really glad Keith is Veronica's dad. I mean,
and I'm glad they wrapped it up now. Like,
they could have gone the other route where Jake was her dad, and then you kind of play with this whole who raised you or who birthed you, like that kind of thing. Which I don't think
her finding out she really is like half O9er.
Yeah,
like
but Veronica Mars did not need that as a show. They did not need that extra level. And also, you got to deal with the whole fact that she slept with her brother, which, well, if this was not network TV, is the route they would have gone with. But network TV doesn't meddle in that.
Right. So, like, if this wasn't on network, like, we wouldn't have had this scene. It would have been like, I'm not your dad. Like, oh, you are my dad.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you. You raised me.
Yeah.
And the quote would have been that charm of yours is you think that charm of yours is genetics? That's learned behavior. See, It would have switched up. It would have switched up a bit.
It would have worked. There's 2 versions of the script, just in case.
I'm really glad though that they didn't go that route. I like that they're.
We just didn't need that level. I'm fine with Veronica being on Mars. It works.
Yeah, it helps the series more than if she wasn't. We might have gotten more stories out the other way, but
whatever.
I don't care.
Season 2 would have been very different then, because Veronica and Duncan couldn't have been together. Or they could have been together. They only have.
I mean,
siblings.
Game of Thrones did get popular, so.
But Game of Thrones was not network TV, so that's the problem.
Fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
But again, like, okay, no, we're going in circles on this.
So, Lamb shows up at the Eccles. No?
I have one. I just have like one thing kind of with the scene. What the fuck is Leanne doing all day?
Oh, I know.
Like Veronica, like
she's drinking. That's what she's doing.
Right? I don't think it's the smartest thing or best bet to leave a recovering alcoholic with a bunch of alone time.
Well, Keith, first of all, doesn't care at all.
He's like, please relapse.
Veronica is so busy dealing with everything else. Keith is just like, I don't.
But
whatever,
she goes
Leanne.
right to Mars Investigations after school. She doesn't even go home. What did you want to go see?
Because everyone wants Leanne to be there, but actually no one wants Leanne. They just like the idea of having this completed family, but also Veronica is so focused.
But no one
on
actually wants to interact with her.
No one, because no one wants to actually hang out with Leanne. Leanne's just at home cleaning, I guess.
Cleaning and drinking.
Cleaning and drinking, yeah. So Lamb shows up at the Eccles, and it's been a while since Lamb's been in an episode, so I'm glad they brought him back for the finale.
Yeah. And Aaron was like shitting his fucking pants.
Yeah. And
when
then
they mentioned the Lily Kane case.
Yeah. And they're like, where's your son? And then Aaron's, you can't come in here. And Lamb's, you've been in like what, 30 cop films? You know how this
Plus, like, he tells him out the gate he has a warrant. Like,
yeah,
he knows he
Yeah, he knows the rules. He read the scripts.
Because then we get to the
and
next
then we
scene
get
with Weevil about
Logan
to
and
fucking kill Logan.
Oh, so what was Weevil's plan here exactly?
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Like, is he gonna drag him to a second location, use his Xterra, and like drive him somewhere?
Yeah,
I came up with a way. So what he would do?
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But like literally, he would have to like knock him unconscious in this, I guess, abandoned school.
That's also the thing. But it's a very public place. And most high schools have like security cameras, but as we learn in Neptune, like nobody has security cameras because we'll talk about that later. It was just so. Also, why was Logan parked in like the abandoned wing of the school when usually he parks where everyone else parks? It was very.
He was by a school bus, so I don't know if it was.
But it just seemed like it was. It was just a very convoluted scene. I get what they're trying to like do, but Weevil did not. He's just gonna like beat him to death on the school ground.
No, he's gonna like knock him out and then drag him to a second location where he then kills him.
Okay. But Logan vs. Lamb is very fun with the whole finger tapping thing.
Oh my god, how many episodes of NYPD Blue did you have to watch to get that finger tapping down?
Because Lamb, I love Lamb and I hate Lamb, but it's like douchebag Lamb is the greatest. Because when Logan calls Veronica, and Lamb's response, he called up Veronica Mars. It's funny. She's the one who came with information to me about you. Logan's just devastated.
Oh, and then he tells fucking Keith, I think he's dating her daughter.
Yeah. For some reason, whatever. It's my own mental issues, but Lamb just like scarfing down that sandwich and being a total jerk was like super hot. I'm like, go Lamb. Like,
oh my god.
Yes, daddy.
Oh my god. You were just...
And then Lamb also, so that girl of yours is pretty hard boiled, eh?
What is that? A mungback? What's that fucking thing where people like love to watch people eat?
I don't like watching people eat though. The sound of people eating actually disgusts me.
I get that.
Because there is some YouTubers I watch who, well, we won't go into that, but it's not mukbang. It's called a mukbang.
Mukbang. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just had your own little moment with that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was very the way he like scarfed down that like set like that sub. Mighty fine.
Like watching him take down a foot long.
Oh yeah, Michael Mooney. So Logan. We get to this. Logan's just hiding behind this group of surfers, which is like the stupidest thing Veronica Mars has ever done. I hate it so much. It's so Batman. Like, it just so Batman. Just like, they just disperse. Was Logan just standing there and they just kind of, like, really close to them? It was so stupid.
wasn't that bad.
It was just because was he just like this group of people were like, dude, can we help you? Like, what do you want? And it's great.
I'm trying to make an entrance.
They all perfectly dispersed the moment Veronica walked past them, like fucking seagulls or something.
She has that effect on people.
I know. It's true. Because he just pay them all. He's like, okay, guys, just stand here. The moment this blonde girl with the dog walks by, disperse.
I like to believe another blonde girl was walking their dog and they did it, and he had to like, no, not her. Come back.
Get back. The short one.
This girl's like 6 foot tall. I told you she was tiny.
Ugh.
So, Veronica should have known that Logan didn't do it when Backup was all lovey-dovey with him. Because Backup knows. Dogs, no. Dogs can sense that shit.
But Veronica's also so... Veronica's a moron. But I do enjoy Logan's... You killer, come rip out my throat, boy.
Oh, it was so cute. Oh, and then Logan's, like, crying face and, like, his slightly puffed, disheveled hair. Like, oh.
And then Keith shows up. Get away from her! Get away from her!
Oh my god, he's like...
And he's
like
all
flopping down the beach at her. Like, no!
And I love Keith. Are you two dating? Not anymore.
Oh, and the way he's like hugging her and like holding her while like
that's
her
hug
back
number
to the
3.
car.
I guess it's another. It's a lot of great
cute and
Veronica
sweet
Keith.
moment. I guess.
Yeah.
That's another moment. I guess they didn't need to hug there. I guess.
And then we get next scene is the most iconic Spice Girls wannabe Lilly and Veronica dancing. I would have loved to just. They should have released on the DVD the bonus feature. The full song of them just dancing like morons.
I really I hope they did like the whole thing and then they just of course cut it down to what they needed, but I really hope somewhere that footage exists. Because that would be amazing. Oh my god. It's Spice Girls plus Veronica Mars, like, I mean, okay, what Spice Girl did each of them want to be?
Well, Veronica would want to be Baby because that's generic.
Well, that was me.
Exactly. And I think Lily obviously would have been Ginger.
I'm thinking Ginger or Posh.
Probably Ginger because
or Scary.
But Lily likes her boobs on display, and so did Ginger.
So actually, I'd probably say Ginger or Scary.
Yeah. I'm going with Ginger.
Sporty.
I picture
Ginger though. I think Ginger works though. Yeah,
I picture Lily had a red wig at some point.
Oh yeah. And you know, like Ginger is the one that like would have really pissed off Celeste. So
because you know Lily's wearing some skimpy red outfit, or like the
fact
Union
that Celeste
Jack
has
flag.
red hair too. No, maybe she wouldn't because Celeste has red hair. Maybe she inherently hates red hair.
No, I think she would have been Ginger. I'm going with that. Nothing can deter me.
It would have just stuck it to Celeste even more.
And then Meg would have been the sporty. And then Madison would have been Posh.
Carrie Bishop can be Scary Spice.
Carrie Bishop can be Scary Spice. Okay, I like that.
There we go. Oh, but now they're all white girls.
Well, the options were limited.
So, I love that Lily has a vent full of printed out nudes and dick pics.
Okay, so I was thinking...
Iconic. She is a legend.
I was thinking when I watched that, maybe it's because I don't live in Southern California, and I live in a place that gets cold. Like, heating or air vents get hot, because they're pretty much the same as heating vents, right? Yes.
So it should be all the same system.
Yeah, so... You really shouldn't be putting stuff in there. But then I remembered they live in California, so the heat's probably never actually on. So you don't have to worry about that. Because that's how fires can happen, is if you're not supposed to put things in vents.
Yeah, that probably wasn't the best idea to like show people, especially like pictures.
Yeah, because...
Like maybe like a key or something.
Metal,
even those tapes were probably safe.
Yeah, plastic, right? I don't know.
But I don't think it was enough to melt it. Like, it might have ruined the tapes.
It probably would have ruined the tapes. But I was watching that, and I'm like, that's how fires start. You should not be putting paper in a heating air vent. But then, they probably...
But I don't know how hot the ends of air vents get.
It's still not safe. It's still... They get hot. They must get warm.
Is there a Mythbusters on this?
I know, right?
I can
Then it made me think that, yeah, they probably don't actually turn on the heating vents very often. So.
And, well, from this scene, though, we get... I don't even know if it's my favorite line of the episode, but I'm just going to say it anyway.
Okay.
It's where Lily's talking about...
Celeste is a bit on the nosy side.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I'm getting even, though. I left phone numbers on matchbooks for Tyrone and Leroy and Chico around the room. Give the woman a little drama in her life.
Like, it's so just classic Lily, and I love Eddie. Oh god, I love that she's constantly just trying to like drive Celeste fucking insane. Like I wish we got a little bit more of that.
Like I always said, and I'll say it one more time, Lily should have been in more flashbacks. They underused Lily Kane.
So sad, but I get it too.
Nope. So we can... when I watched Veronica put on her brown wig, my first thought was, Joe probably likes this still better than the pilot wig.
Yep, I sure do. Because that one's supposed to look weird. Like, it's not supposed to look like her natural hair, whereas the flashback wig is supposed to look like, oh, this is Veronica's hair at the time.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
The flashback wig, she's just trying to be like, I'm not me, I'm someone else.
Okay, so that was the last time we'll ever talk about the flashback wig.
Is it?
I don't know. I remember very clearly when I first watched this episode, I didn't understand the vodka in the water bottle thing. Like, when Veronica spits it out, I thought she was calling the water bottle company. And it took me, like, a while.
Oh,
it took me a couple watchings to figure out that it was vodka. Like, it was alcohol in there. I just thought it was, like, it never made sense to me.
Hello, Evian? I just got a
Yeah.
really bad bottle.
Yeah.
And I would like my money back. My address is... I'm about to have a BF right now. You guys, I'm about to have a bitch fit. I'm going to write a letter.
So...
like, very much that. That's what you were...
I just wanted to share that story, because whenever I watch this scene now, I giggle like an idiot because I didn't realize what was going on. But yes, so Veronica drinks the pure vodka water, which must have been disgusting.
Okay,
she,
I
like,
cannot drink
chugs
vodka.
that. I can, but she like chugs it, and I'm like, oh.
Like, I can't do... If I could taste the vodka in any drink, like, I immediately want to throw up. The only time I can have vodka is... like, you have to do, like, grapefruit juice, because grapefruit juice, like, cancels out the flavor of anything else.
I like a good vodka soda with a little bit of lime. That's my go-to basic drink.
And Austin gets pissed off at me, because his drink of choice is vodka.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun.
Oh, it'll be good. I don't have to buy different alcohol. But when we first started dating, he would, like, give me shots of vodka, and I would just take them or whatever, like, inside dying.
Oh my god, because
like,
you're good bottom. You're good bottom.
Because, no, I was like, he was like, well, what? He would always bring up, like, why did you drink when we were first dating? Like, you would take the shots that I would give you. I'm like, yeah, because I wanted to sleep with you. Like, what? I'm not gonna deny a shot. Like, I'm gonna try to. I'm trying to sleep with you. I'm gonna drink whatever you give me.
Oh my god. Yeah, you are.
And it worked. Like, here we are.
So Veronica's at the caves.
One of my favorite moments of the episode, and it's so dumb, is when she drops the platter off the table.
Okay,
I'm hoping. Okay, go on.
Okay, I'm glad you brought it up. And I used to think it was a Kristen Bell messed up thing, but it makes sense. That's how Aaron goes. That's why Aaron goes into the closet. It's because he hears the sound, so he's alerted that someone's out there. That's how I read it. Because
I don't see it as that way. I see it as I think Kristen messed up, but she like kept the composure, and they're like, no, this is good.
I disagree because,
but hey, not done.
Oh,
and the reason Aaron is in the closet is because Lamb tells him kids are hiding things in their vent nowadays. and we find out he's been looking for these tapes for like ever.
Yeah.
So I think he was using that excuse of being at the Canes and meeting the governor as a way to sneak into Lily's room.
No, I agree. Because when Veronica goes to the vent, it's already open. Like
he hears the clatter.
He hears the clatter, and he hides in the closet. So
okay.
That's what I think. Because I used to always think...
I like that even more.
I know.
Oh my God.
I used to always think, okay, I guess Kristen messed up and they just kept with it. But I'm like, no. Because then she would have walked in on Aaron, so he must have heard that and... Hid because he's like, oh shit, someone's out there.
That's so smart. Yeah,
so good. I know, right? When it clicked,
Travis, I hate
I'm
you.
like,
That's good.
Fuck. I'm glad it took me like 15 years to figure that out. Because it wasn't. Because I watched the episode twice
14,
yesterday.
14 years.
Whatever. I watched the episode twice yesterday. The first time I'm like, oh, I love this little gag. And the second time I'm like, no, because they needed to get Aaron in the closet, and it wouldn't make any sense for him just to be in the closet. So he was alerted by the noise and hid, or else Veronica would have walked in on him.
It's funny that you picked up that in the second viewing. When I watched it the second time, I picked up the vent thing from Lamb.
Oh.
And Aaron...
Well, no, the vent thing I always understood.
I never thought of that as the reason Aaron was in the room.
Okay.
To begin with. But yeah, I picked that up. So.
Okay, I'm really glad we got to discuss this, because I was hoping you'd bring it up. Because I thought for the longest time, I'm like, this is hilarious. Kristen Bell's a doll. She's a darling.
Right?
But
She's like, oh no, I got it.
It makes sense.
That is so smart.
Oh, thank you.
Like, not just you. Shut your fucking mouth. Like, Rob or Diane, whoever wrote that part.
Because
like,
it adds tension.
So smart.
Because you know someone's in the closet, and you as a viewer...
It was me.
I told you, Aaron Eccles is the Tom Cruise of Neptune.
Aaron, you're in the closet. We need you to come out.
Aaron.
I'm not in the closet. Aaron, we're right outside the closet. We can hear you. You need to come out. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, pretty much from this moment on till the very end of this episode, it's very high tension. Because you know someone's in there. You don't know who it is. And you don't know where Logan is. You don't know where... You're like... It's very high strung. So yeah.
It could be either the Canes.
And then Jake,
Duncan.
you know it's not Celeste because you see Celeste.
True.
And then, so Duncan tackles Veronica. And I had to say, if I was Duncan and I just learned... He
tackles her so lightly.
But if I had just learned I had killed my sister, I don't think I'd be... I don't think I'd be up and about. I think I'd be in a catatonic, especially Duncan, would be in like a catatonic state somewhere, just like cradling back and forth. So he seemed pretty like okay with this. But I love their interaction with each other. He's like, you should be in my room. What does he say? Maybe I left a confession on my Etch-a-Sketch. And Veronica's like, just shut up, stop.
It wasn't you. Oh my God, calm down. Don't forget.
God, it's Logan, you dumb bitch. And he's just like, oh, thank God.
See, real quick, back to the clatter scene.
Yeah.
The like plate falling thing. I also thought it would have been smart because like Veronica's adrenaline is probably like rushing right now, and she's like all shaky and just like setting it down, and that could have been a reason why she dropped it. So. Yours
There's
is
reasons,
smart and accurate.
But my answer is correct.
It is. Yours is correct.
So then we get this. I hate.
Wait.
What? I was gonna say I hate the TV and the stupid visual effect of the fuzz because it looks so fake.
Oh.
And clearly isn't there because it doesn't reflect off anything.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Weevil break into the Kane house to get the spy pen?
Yeah,
was the spy pen not in the vent? Because I thought we were always supposed to assume it was in the vent.
I always assumed it wasn't in the vent because it didn't need to be in the vent because the whole point of the spy pen was you didn't know it was a spy pen.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
They always talked about the vents, so like I figured
think the vents and the spy pen were supposed to be different. It was weird that they introduced both. It seemed kind of muddled, but so we get, which is let's just dive into this. Now we get the best line of the series is, I know what happened.
I know what happened. I know what happened.
Oh.
And so we find out Aaron and Lily are sleeping together. And
oh, there was no sleeping, my friend.
Oh, fuck.
They're just
sorry.
banging together.
So we get to see it one last time, the I got a secret, a good one.
I've got a secret. A good one.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny how the flashback scenes in the first couple episodes were so horribly filtered, and compared to the flashback in this episode, but
they
anyway.
lightened it up a bit. This time around.
So
I like that Duncan's uncomfortable with watching
Lily
his sister banging Aaron, but was like cool with actually banging what he thought was the sister. So like,
double standard.
Be consistent, Duncan. Like, either is it just because like she isn't half of your mom that you're good with banging her? Like,
so I don't know. I don't even know where to start on this flashback because it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. Amanda Seyfried gets like some great stuff. Like she, first of all, I love how the scene looks. It's like super desaturated except for the green. So her outfit looks real good.
Tilted like just a bit. Like it's beautifully shot.
And then it's like frames are missing from it, so it seems almost like a bad memory. Like it's jilted. It's so cool. And I'm glad they did this because all their flashback scenes before were super like overexposed, but since this one is so long, it's nice that it's not. It's easy to watch. And then Aaron's like when he walks in, Lily always creeps me out.
Wait, I'm upset that she didn't close everything back up.
I know,
like
but Lily
she would have
doesn't.
lived.
But
she
Lily
wouldn't have lived.
Lily wanted Aaron to know. That's the thing. Lily wanted Aaron to know that she had the tapes. But I really like that. So we see her run the red light because they kind of hit all the clues. Like all the clues start to come together. So she ran the red light, which was set up really early. She hides the tapes in the vent, and this is like my favorite. I don't know. I was gonna save it.
I think it is mine too.
I was gonna save it for my favorite lines, but let's just talk about it now. So when Aaron walks in,
Lily, give me the tapes now.
Like what? You don't see yourself enough on film?
I want those tapes, you stupid little bitch.
Oh, I'm the stupid one? Well, now you can just watch the tapes on Access Hollywood along with the rest of America.
Like,
yes, it's the best.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
you don't
she
see your...
does not fucking care.
No.
She's like, oh, really? Me?
Because Lily's one of those... Lily's YOLO before YOLO was a thing.
Oh, dude, she's personified that.
And I'm like, you don't see yourself enough on TV. Like, well, you see yourself on Access Hollywood. And, yeah, just play that whole clip right here. Because it's perfect. And then, like, this is why... Yeah, because Aaron obviously didn't mean to murder her. You can tell it was very much in the moment because he has a temper. Yeah. So his reaction is to hit her and with an ashtray.
A fucking fuck ton weight of an ashtray.
Yeah.
As we can tell by Celeste not being able to like hold it, but Aaron very much has a grip on it.
Yeah. Also, I guess it's just because they're rich people, but I don't feel like any of the Canes smoked, but you just need it there anyway.
Also, were there no housekeepers there?
Okay, here's my biggest issue. So Jake Kane runs a tech empire, but they have
no Nest-like system there?
No security at all.
Right.
At all.
Right.
That's the one
security camera could have fixed all this.
But I get it. Technology ruins stuff like this.
And it's not like it ruined the show or anything.
No. Jake needs security cameras. I hope they install them afterwards.
Yeah, right. They don't want anything happening to their baby boy Duncan this time.
But that sounds really bad. But when Duncan runs in, And I like Jake's reaction. He's like, what have you done? What have you done?
Oh, and then, like, you see, like, as Duncan's, like, cradling Lily and, like, kissing her head, and his face becomes more and more bloody.
It's
like,
very zombie. He looks like he's just, like, chowing down on her brain.
Right? He looks like a zombie. And then he, like, looks up when Jake's...
And he's just... But it's Teddy Dunn just goes blank. Like, his eyes just gloss over, and it's amazing.
He does such a good job with that.
Yeah, because I don't know how, like, as much as I have issues with my brothers, I don't know how I'd react if I found one of them murdered.
I guess it depends on how they were murdered.
Like, yeah, true. So this is probably one of my favorite, like, the whole flashback. It's such a great payoff to this season-long mystery. And I never... Because a lot of mysteries I feel like cheated. This one, all the pieces connect. I 100% buy it was Aaron. They've set him up enough this season where it's believable. And I don't see any... Minus the security camera, there's no flaws in this.
And it wasn't like they just threw someone random out there to throw someone random out there. Like, it was someone random that made sense, but it wasn't like someone random.
Yeah, because like I said before...
It was a twist. It was a good twist.
I never suspected Aaron because they never include him in any of the mystery stuff. Because why would they? It would... No one would suspect Aaron because no one knew they were sleeping together. And no one would clue it together. Of course, Keith isn't going to be like, maybe it's Aaron Eccles.
Right. Let me just suspect, like, America's biggest action star as being the murderer of this girl. Like, no, it's...
Yeah.
It's not something that's going to cross your mind.
No. So then this is where Veronica
tells Duncan we can fuck again.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, she's like, I'm not your sister. And he's like, sweet. Now I can jerk off to you without guilt.
I won't feel weird when I'm done.
But this is where Veronica, this is where she does the stupidest thing ever. She just should have stayed at that party. Her leaving.
Okay,
that party,
that is my one complaint. Yeah. That's what I wrote on here. My one complaint for the episode is, why aren't you staying around all these people?
Yeah, like
start telling people. Pull Celeste or Jake into the room and show them the tapes.
Yeah, because Veronica, again, has to be... Veronica thinks she's an adult, and she's not. Yeah, bring in Jake and Celeste. Be like, hey guys, this is what's happening.
Like, piss them off and have them follow you. And then play it like... Oh, guess I'm here. I'm causing a ruckus. I'm in your son's room. Did he kill his sister?
Well, Duncan could have just been like, hey, come. Because...
or Duncan.
Yeah, if she would have stayed at the party... Because what's Aaron going to do? Murder her in the, like...
In front of the governor?
Possibly, yes,
How are you going to spin that? How are you going to spin that? Like, oh no, Veronica needs to follow me this way. And, like, she's not going to scream out. Like,
or at least wait. Be like, okay... Let's get our eyes on Aaron, and then I can leave.
Like, Keith could have been there in 10 minutes.
Yes! I mean, Weevil can get to the 09ers real quick. Call Weevil. Right?
Why wasn't he on his motorcycle? Oh, he is busy. As we were about to find out.
So, I was going to say, we get Logan on the bridge, and cars are passing him, and no one's stopping by. No one's stopping to be like, hey, are you okay?
Oh, that's that Eccles kid. Fuck him.
Fuck
he did those bum fights.
Exactly. That's probably another stint.
I love this when they continued Bad Boyfriend into this scene and how it just ends the musical cue with him doing like the come here, like hand gesture at Weevil. Like, it was just such a badass, cool moment. I loved it. It's perfection. Like, I just wish we won't talk about it until
we'll discuss that in the
I know.
So we get the big action piece here. And I guess Veronica just happened to so Aaron's in the back seat, which is a great when you see him in like the
that was so cool because I kept expecting like either someone to pop out on the road or like a car to come back, and then it like cuts back to her, and then all of a sudden like bam, Aaron, you're like fuck. It's not even like bam, he like slow slides into it and you're like fuck.
Also, Veronica, check the back of your car.
Okay, I guess I have two complaints in this episode. Because any woman I know does not get into their car at night without checking that back seat. It's an unfortunate thing of being a woman in this country, which I'm pretty sure most other countries as well. Like, fuck, I do it because I'm a 5'5" tiny person, so like I'm on my guard. Like, why didn't she check the back seat? Like,
well, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Veronica does not learn from this experience in checking the back of her
okay, I was gonna bring this up.
So
I was gonna say, like, the people having issues with Veronica solving season 4's case obviously need to rewatch this episode, because Veronica has a habit of this.
But I love Veronica, like, checking her seatbelt. Like, okay, it's secure.
Yep.
Let's go.
That's so great.
And then I guess Veronica stumbles upon a hoarder, because this guy's backyard.
Either that, or he just, like, never has time to take things to the dump.
No. So we'll discuss it when we get to the fight. But so Aaron's in the house, which I still don't understand how he got into the house. I'm assuming he broke down the door.
But Veronica, I feel, would have heard that.
Yeah. Also, so Aaron clearly punches her through the glass window.
Oh,
and
my God.
Veronica
Okay,
has no
things.
cuts. Veronica has no cuts on her face, and Aaron does not have a bloody hand.
Those sliding glass doors are thick. He doesn't punch through a window. He punches through a sliding glass door.
And
like,
fuck? It's a great shot.
It is. I actually wrote that identical thing down. I'm like, wonderful shot. Just makes no fucking sense.
Also, because his hand would be a disaster, and her face would be a disaster.
Yes.
Like, she'd be cut up.
He would not be, like, holding that gas can.
No. Like, it'd be, like, there'd be broken bones, there'd be bloody, like, so if we just forget about that.
Or maybe he's been training on Logan for so long. His hand.
Okay.
It's just strong enough now to break through sliding glass doors.
Okay.
That's where that came from. That is also what that storyline was setting up, was this scene.
Okay. So then so Keith shows up, and then there's no music for this entire fight.
But I just want to note that Veronica throwing the tapes
and
not holding onto them was the smartest thing she did this entire episode.
Well, I mean, the second, because she did, like, solve a murder, but
I mean,
it really kind of solved itself.
Those tapes solved the murder.
Lilly solved her own murder.
And she saved it. She did. For Beyond the Grave, Lilly is solving her own. Oh, God damn, she's amazing.
Oh, just one side note. Okay. Because the Canes are wealthy, and I'm sure they have their house, like, cleaned all the time. People clean inside the vents. So did no one... Because we always did it when I lived at home. We cleaned inside the vents. No?
Huh. I mean...
Yeah, you have to clean inside the vents, because stuff gets in there.
I guess.
So over a year, and Celeste is, like, anal enough where she would have got them to clean the vents.
Or they're just like, fuck this bitch.
That too.
Is she gonna check vents? No.
Okay, so...
Or they just have a really good filtration system.
Whatever.
Because
but they don't have, like, they can spend money on that, but not security cameras, whatever.
Yeah, they like to breathe right, not see right.
So, Keith heads out, and Leanne's just like, what's going on? He's like, don't worry about it.
Again, Leanne's just like, hi, I'm here. Don't forget about me, guys.
Okay, you guys are gonna go. Okay, take your time.
I'm just gonna drink some of this water.
Water's so good for you. My skin feels so good. All this H2O. This agua.
My pee is so clear, you guys. So clear.
So Keith shows up, and I think this is the best fight we get in the series. And it is savage.
This in the season 2 finale.
But this is why I think this person's a hoarder. At one point, Aaron picks up what looks like a carousel horse and chucks it at Keith, which I don't know how many people just have carousel horses hanging out.
Wait till you visit my house next month. Random carousel horses everywhere.
Well, yeah, it's October now, isn't it?
Yeah. October 1st for those.
Fuck. You distracted me because I was thinking about all the stuff I need to get ready before I go.
Oh my god. Oh, but I will say, I don't know if you noticed, but they show the walkie-talkies in the car before.
I did not notice
after
that.
the crash.
But
I just thought it was such a good little detail to throw in there. That way you're not like, oh yeah, you randomly found some walkie-talkies.
But I
like,
thought
you
it
can
was
go back and see that they were there.
I thought it was a good callback from, I think it's last episode, where Veronica's like, this is why I don't keep my walkie-talkies in my locker. And Wallace is like, I don't have a need for walkie-talkies in my locker.
Oh my god, I never even thought of that.
That's what came to my mind. I've never put it together too until
Travis, you're on fire this episode.
I know! I know! I'm really happy how
now,
much
if we can continue this into the next season, we'll be gold.
I don't have the same passion as I do for fucking Leave It to Beaver. So yeah, the fight, they're just going at each other. Aaron's a pretty shitty fighter for like,
dude,
someone who's been doing this for years.
I like how realistic it is though. Like Aaron's like holding Keith's face back, like just pushing, like trying to. But if it was a little more realistic, he would have gouged out an eyeball. Like if you're fighting for your life, eyes, throat, groin. I think there's another one. Nose? Is it eyes, nose, throat, groin? Is that what it is?
Oh, from Miss Congeniality?
Oh, yeah, that. But, like, go for the eye, Aaron. Go for the eyes.
I know. I like that Keith dick punches him at one point with the pipe. And then...
So smart. Like, hit him where you know he loves.
And fucking... I love how Keith doesn't understand why Aaron set something on fire.
Yeah, he's like,
Keith doesn't know where Veronica is.
This?
And then Aaron's just like, you should probably go check on her, Keith.
Burning your daughter alive. You might want to go get that fridge.
And it's a beautiful, like, Keith does not hesitate to jump into the fire. And also, how hard is it to open the door? I don't understand why Veronica couldn't push open the door to the fridge.
Because a lot of fridge will also have, like, a suction on it, though.
I guess.
So
but she also made, like, no attempt. She made very little attempt to, like, kick out of that thing, to be fair. She was kind of like,
Does she know she was in a fridge, though?
But she must have, I guess.
Like, if it's just an empty fridge, you're not, and, like, it's dark in there. We can only see it because of our lighting.
Fair, okay. I take it, okay, Veronica, I take it back.
See, you take 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, Travis. But it's like the most tense fucking scene.
Yes, again, there's still no music, and you're like, they could possibly kill off Keith. They could. I would not be surprised. And then, yeah, she gets out, and then the blanket. And I love how panicked she is. Like, she doesn't know what to do. Keith is just, like, on the ground, like, in flames.
Okay, so what does Aaron think? Like, even before he gets into the fight with Keith, and he's dousing the fridge with gasoline, how is he going to spin that? His DNA is going to be all over her car.
I don't understand why he just doesn't kill Veronica.
Well, for one, he doesn't know where the tapes are.
Yeah, but he has time now.
How is he going to cover up the fire? Like, if he's going to set her on fire in a fridge, like, I guess he could get rid of the body, but then he's also going to have to try to get rid of her car that's also broken. Like, he's not really thinking through the murder thing.
But he didn't expect... Things are moving too fast for him. Aaron's not a planner. Because Aaron did not plan to kill Lilly. And
he just got lucky.
He got lucky that he just threw the murder weapon in the chlorine-filled pool. Like, because there was really no other evidence, because he didn't have to go to the house. So...
It was just the tapes, and he didn't...
Yeah. And so, Aaron is very much in the moment type of guy.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So, let's see.
I liked his, I'm not going to let a 17-year-old piece of ass ruin my life.
That was good. So,
he has a...
Veronica and Keith, again, like the whole, I love you, you're everything to me. And then we get the greatest... So, like I said, every character gets a shining moment, and Backup gets a real shining moment. All you hear is just, like, the low growl. Like, I
love that Keith brought Backup. Like,
you
that was
always
so
bring
smart.
Backup.
Always bring Backup. Oh.
Yeah.
It just, and, you know, I don't want to get sad or mushy, but like yesterday I was cleaning out something and I found like a bag of like my pit bull's old stuff. And then I watched this episode and I was just like, I miss my pit bull's old man. Like, I love Backup. He's like, I remember when I first watched this, I was like, they're not going to kill the dog. They're not, right? Like, they're not going to kill the dog. Oh, and actually, no, I just put this together. My pit bull would have been 15 this year, and Veronica Mars turned 15 this year. That's really cute.
I love Aaron getting hit by a van. That like
I love the dude's reaction.
Oh my god,
like, oh my god,
Aaron Eccles. And he just like, help me. And then Veronica's like, don't fucking touch him.
She got that gun out. She's ready.
She's like, call 911. We need the police, the ambulance, and a fire truck. And I do like that we get to see like the hoarder was alive. Like he didn't kill him, which was nice.
Yeah, which I thought it would have been actually a cooler shot to like he's there and then like you know that classic like horror shot you see like someone in a door and then all of a sudden like something behind them stabs them and then you just see them kind of crumple. Like I thought that would have been a really cool shot for that, but they want to kill him. Yeah, and then also it would have made season 2 harder if Aaron had killed someone like that. Yeah, I guess you're right. So one of my favorite moments of this episode is Jake's meltdown. Yes. Like, you killed my daughter. I'm gonna watch you fry, Aaron. Like it's fantastic. He was gonna like straight. And Duncan is just like, because he's never seen his dad like this. So Duncan's just like, okay. He's just like, yes, it wasn't me. Right? He's just like, fuck you, Dad. It wasn't me, and I get to jerk off to Veronica tonight. Also, did Veronica call Duncan? Who called the Canes? I'm assuming Veronica called Duncan. Duncan probably got Jake and couldn't find Aaron, so they just drove. I guess. Yeah. Duncan probably couldn't find Aaron, went and got Jake, told him what was going on, and then they drove, saw Veronica's like crashed car, which so smart of her to do, and like to put it like where people could see it, not like down into a ditch somewhere, because that's how Keith found her. That's how I like the look that Duncan and Veronica share. Yeah. At the end of that, and I will always be a ride or die for Logan and Veronica. Yeah. However, this podcast has made me really enjoy Duncan. Good. Like, when they use maybe not always in a sincere way. When they use him right, they use him right. I like their relationship more of you're my sister and I can't be with you. Yeah. As opposed to what we're about to get, but I have more of a love for it in my heart than I did before we started this podcast. So good for you, Travis. So the next scene, I just don't really want to talk about it, but Keith Leanne is fucking trash, and I don't want to talk about her anymore. Well, that's good because the next scene is Keith in a hospital. Oh, right. I forgot to write in my notes. That's not the next scene. Keith is in the hospital, and the doctor's like, "You need to go, Veronica. You need to rest. You need to rest." You just saved a lot of people. But also, did Veronica drive by herself home? Which I feel like would be really dangerous. Right? Also, she doesn't have a car. She took Keith's car. I guess. But I assume the ambulance would have taken her. Maybe she took a cab. They are loaded now. And then Duncan took Keith's car with Jake. I don't know. There was an Uber or Lyft back then, so I don't know how people got around. No. So Veronica gets home, kicks Leanne out, and Leanne fucking takes $50,000. One of my favorite moments, maybe my favorite moment of the episode, is when Veronica tells her like everything, like tells her to go. I know you checked out of rehab. Yeah. That she wasted her college money, which that delivery was so great on Kristen's end. And Leanne's just like, Veronica, it's not easy. And then Veronica's just like, I know it's not. Like, it's Veronica it's such a big moment for her, like from going from this like whiny brat, like my parents aren't together and I want them together no matter what, my mom needs to come back, to just like realizing her mom has an addiction. She's not gonna stop. She can throw all the money she wants at her mom, but it's up to her mom at this point. It's not up to Veronica, and she can't have that kind of chaos in her life or her father's life. Like, even before she comes home, she has the doctor call Alicia to come to him. And, like, I don't know. I wish I would have had that backbone at 17. I didn't get it until I was, like, 30, and then did it at the most inappropriate moment that I could have. But, you know, it all happened, so it's good. But it's just, I think they handled it well enough too, where it wasn't just like, because I could have just had Veronica like angry at her and not have this moment. And I think it's more, I don't want to say realistic, but it's better to show it as like a disease that people have to fight, and just Veronica acknowledging that it's not easy, but still, like, I still don't need you in my life. Like, you need to fix this, and you're not going to fix it here or for me, so go figure it out. Like, not here. And please leave the money, but you're not going to. But yeah, that's all I have left to say about Leanne, is that I'm glad it ended with Veronica telling her, like, I'm not a fucking idiot. I get it. But just go.
And then we get Alicia in the hospital, which is again one of my favorite moments.
Veronica said you didn't want him to be alone, and it's.
But then we get my favorite scene is Lily and Lily's Veronica's dream with Lily Dreams On playing in the background. It's so like everything in the scene, like, just play the whole thing here, like, don't forget about me, Veronica.
It's the best type of closure we could have gotten with a dead character. Like, they're obviously not going to be able to live like happily ever, but Veronica having this moment, and then them surrounded by all these lilies in this pool, like
in the cane pool,
visually made,
which is, and it's
visually stunning and beautiful.
It works because we've seen Lily in these weird dream visions before, so it doesn't feel out of place.
No,
because Lily has like popped up from time to time, and I like that it's just, there's no filter. It's just a scene. It's really nice and sweet, and then the shot of just Veronica alone in the pool.
Oh yeah. Oh, it gets me every time, because she just. It's what we've earned. We deserved this.
We earned it. Lily
at this point. Like, I would have been. Granted, I like her popping up when she did. I know you have feelings about that, but I think this would have been a good ending to Amanda Seyfried in the series.
It pretty much is. She pops up one more time in a dream.
Right, but I mean, just narratively, I don't know. I liked that season 2 finale scene, but I think this could have been like the perfect. This is the last we see.
I do agree with that.
And it's like in Veronica's mind, and then she goes away because she got closure. And we find out that does not fix Veronica in the next 3 seasons or movie. And
solving your best friend's murder is not a substitute for medical help. But okay.
Crazy.
And then the last scene is who's at the door?
And I guess Rob really fought for this. Or didn't fight for this, but he was very adamant that this was going to be a great like cliffhanger, and it's all people would talk about, and like other people were like, I don't know.
It was not a very good cliffhanger. Rob
Everyone
Thomas could not do good cliffhangers. I think this is not a very good one. This is better than the season 2 cliffhanger, which was garbage cliffhanger.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't even that it was a garbage cliffhanger. It was a garbage resolution.
In the premiere?
And we'll see the season 2 premiere, yeah. Or no, sorry, the season 3 premiere.
Season 3 premiere, yeah. Okay, I don't know. I didn't really care for the whole briefcase. Anyway.
Yeah, so...
This one, though, it was good.
Because I don't know. We'll talk about it in the season 2 premiere, because I don't want to get too into it.
I do like that he put the hint with the alarm clock with the 307 for Logan Eccles, LOE.
I did not get that.
You didn't know that?
No.
That was like a whole thing when like season 2 when okay.
Okay.
Well, this is what season 2 is when I came onto the show, so I'm going to know a lot more about what happened when it aired versus
So, what else? I really have nothing else to say about this episode. I think this is a great season finale. I think it's one of the better season finales of TV.
Oh, wholeheartedly. And there's just, it's so meaty. And like I said before, like I am surprised this was only 42 minutes.
Well, we talked about every scene, and we are now an hour and a half in, so I'm very proud of us.
That's all?
I know.
Oh, thank God. It's not going to have to be like 4 parts plus an epilogue and a couple addendums.
I think we should do some segments and wrap up, because I honestly don't have much more to say about this episode.
I don't have any. Yeah, it's. I like how it was a twist without a left field twist. Like a lot of lesser shows, would have done something like this, but not have the setup.
Because they would have introduced Aaron in like episode 21,
right? Like, oh, by the way, this is your boyfriend's dad.
Yeah,
and now, like, yeah. Okay, so segment time. Jesus Christ.
As kind of a side project, I dispense fashion advice.
Last fashion segment of the season. In this segment, we like to talk about the fashion of the episode, what outfits we liked, what outfits we hated, and what outfits were just simply worn around. What do you have, Mr. Travis?
I did not. There's not a lot of good outfits in this episode.
There is not.
But I'm going with Lily's pink bikini and jeweled necklace.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one. That is actually a really, really good one.
Yeah.
I liked, I really did enjoy Veronica's, like, little, like, waitress outfit thing.
I
did
too.
I liked the wig as well.
It's weirdly iconic for some reason.
It is! Like, you wouldn't, I don't know. Oh, wait, no, you're not doing a typical cover for this one, are you?
Nope.
Well, I guess they'll have seen it anyway. But, oh, no, just in case you have to change it, I'm not going to say
okay
what it is. But if it is what he wants, it's going to be pretty great.
Okay. That's all I have for outfits. I don't actually, for the segments, I have very little.
There's, like, really nothing outfit-wise in this episode,
no.
honestly. I will go with you with the bikinis and her little disguise outfit.
Yeah.
Those were perfect.
Her alias
so
moment.
Let's go into the next one.
These are the jokes.
In this segment, we usually like to talk about our favorite quote of the episode and kind of deep dive into it a little more. But we kind of already said them in this episode.
Yeah. Right?
I
want those tapes, you stupid little bitch. Oh, I'm the little bitch. Just her reply.
I'm the stupid one. She is so, like, even in the face of danger, Lily's going to tell you to just fuck off.
Well, because Lily is one of those people where she's like, I'm going to live forever.
Yep.
And
nothing can hurt me.
Nothing can hurt her, yeah.
And that's why I love her. Yeah. I mean, either that or the, of course, like, I know what happened is, like, most iconic line of the series. And the can you do me a favor at the same time.
I pretty much said all my favorite quotes because I wanted to talk about them in the moment.
Yeah, I didn't want to like have to talk about them later. The when did we become Republicans?
Yeah.
From Celeste. Like this one wasn't really a quote heavy one anyway.
It was more like and then scene. It was like a moment heavy episode.
Yeah. Like, and then, like, Lily's with give the woman a little drama in her life.
Yeah.
Lily had some good ones.
Everything that came out of Lily's mouth this episode was
basically
perfection.
Everything. Last episode, Madison-wise, we got Lily-wise in this. Like, it was just great. Okay, so another segment, I guess.
Can you not be all over me for 5 seconds?
So this is our Madison moment.
Madison Minute.
Sorry, Madison Minute. Where we talk about our other favorite blonde anti-hero, Madison Sinclair. And what she'd be doing in the episodes she does not appear in. I strongly believe Madison would be going around the school. Ugh, I knew it wasn't Abel Koontz. I knew it. Like, I've been saying that since day one, guys. It wasn't Abel Koontz. Someone else had to murdered Lily. And she's going to be like, I loved Lily. Lily and I were so close. Yeah, I think she'd just be like on top of this bandwagon of trying to figure out who killed Lily. And then, of course, she'd probably be the... I mean, Logan, I don't think Logan did it, but Logan, guys, it could have been Logan.
I mean, he had those bum fights, so
yeah.
like,
or
he could.
Did you guys know that Duncan, like, I don't think he's all there. Maybe he just got really angry one day and murdered Lily.
Like, I saw him yesterday, like, beating up a car, and
yeah. And then Meg is just like
trashy, guys.
Because she'd be all over Meg. So do you know what happened? Like, Meg, like, oh my God, like, do you have any gossip? And Meg just like,
what's the 4-1?
I don't know. Duncan and I haven't talked since that fucking party last night. I don't know, Madison. Fuck off.
Kind of going through something right here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I like that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
We already did these are the jokes.
Wow.
Go Pirates!
MVP time, our most valuable pirate. That's what segment we're on.
So the only correct answer is Lily Kane, and if your answer is not Lily Kane, it's either Lily or Veronica. There's no other options here.
That's. I knew I was gonna go with who you didn't. I knew you were gonna take Lily, so I was like, I gotta do Veronica. Like, this is the episode where Veronica solves like the biggest case of her life. So, like,
yeah.
If not here, where?
Yeah,
like,
so Lily is the correct answer. Veronica's a close runner-up. I think Keith would be like a real close third.
Real third, yep.
But it's Lily. This is Lily's
the last time
episode.
Lily can get it, so...
Yeah.
Bless her. Like, thank you for this, Amanda Seyfried, because it's so funny just to see her as this character on the show 15 years ago and like where she is now. Where both her and Kristen honestly are now. It's
to be
cool.
white and blonde in Hollywood.
Dreams do come true.
Pirate points are earned by being a contributing member of the school.
Last segment of the episode. Last segment of the season. Pirate points. So in this section, we like to grade the episode. However, instead of giving it like a letter grade or a numerical score, we figure you already know how we feel about this episode. We make it pretty damn obvious while recording it. So we like to just have a little bit of fun with it and let you guys know how many pirate points we would allow this episode to have.
So this episode gets no pirate points. Instead, I'm giving it a $50,000 check to do whatever it wants with.
Just don't let your alcoholic mother around it.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Man, I don't want to do mine. I guess it's probably my simplest one of the season. I've given it, but it's enough pirate points to avenge your best friend's murder.
Nice.
It's very succinct. There was nothing, I don't know, I couldn't, it was what it was. So...
That's season 1 of Veronica Mars!
That's season 1 of Veronica Mars, one of the best seasons of television. One of the greatest mysteries to ever come across television. Just beautiful. Like, binge-worthy television before binge-worthy television was a thing. Like, the veracity in which I consumed this season when I first bought it on DVD is unlike no other. Maybe The Good Wife. But this pretty much was like
I'm very excited.
I don't know how I was able to finish.
Yeah.
I don't think there were enough hours in the amount of time I did finish it in that amount of time because it was just so good. Like,
I'm very excited to delve into season 2. It has been a while since I watched season 2.
oh, it's so good. Except I think we're going to have a lot more issues with plot in season 2.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Less with characters, but more with plot.
I think season 2 I don't want to talk about season 2 now, but season 2 really starts to flesh out their main cast, and it's a much bigger main cast too.
Oh, yeah, they just add people willy-nilly, and not everyone they should. So, next week, we will be doing like a season 1 in review type of situation, kind of talking about the season as a whole, where we went from the beginning of the season to how we feel about it now with characters, plots, all that kind of fun jazz. We'll be reading some mail from you guys on that episode too, fill it out a little bit more, since these last couple episodes have been so long that we haven't been able to really put them in there without going into like the 2-hour territory.
And we're getting there.
Yeah, we're already there on this one. So I guess I just want to end it by saying thank you for listening to us, whether or not you listened for all 22 episodes, whether you just jumped on for here and there, or just this episode. Thank you all so much for listening. I never would have expected this amount of people listen. I mean, it's not even like it's a huge amount either, but like just compared to what I was expecting to the number of you that are listening to us, just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. This was just like a weird thing we wanted to do together because we always want to try to do a project together. It's our thing. And we actually finished it. We didn't finish it, but this is like the furthest
This is
me
a
and
milestone.
Travis have
This
gotten.
is good. We recorded 24 episodes.
22,
5.
23, 25 episodes.
We did 25
2 of them
episodes.
not Veronica Mars related.
But still, we recorded 25 episodes of a podcast, which is pretty good in my books.
I think the furthest we got is like 3 episodes of a script.
Anyway.
If that. But yeah, this has been really fun. I cannot wait for season 2. It is my favorite. I'm really hoping doing this podcast doesn't change that. But it would be hard to.
That was my biggest fear for season 1, but
I love season 1 more than when I started this. And I didn't think that was possible. There's just so much I don't know, because we're watching these now like with more of a pinpoint, like trying to pick out things, and I'm noticing more and just appreciating things. Like the biggest thing, I will save this for the next episode. Never mind. Let me not.
Okay. Let's wrap this bad boy up. All
right. So if you would like to follow us on Twitter or Instagram, we are at veronicamarspod on both of those. Or you can send us an email to veronicamarspod@gmail.com. Come talk to us about any previous episodes, what you would like to see on season 2, anything you would like us to do differently. Maybe you want us to add in a segment of some sorts. Pitch it. We'll see. I'm always down for extra segments. I love me a good segment. Yeah. I love me a good segment. If you would like to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I am Ojo on both of those platforms, OHJEAUX. Travis?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Travis Truant. That's Travis and then TRUANT for Truant.
And then whatever listening service you're using to listen to us, please make sure to subscribe and rate us if possible. Just go over to where they allow you to rate us and give it a little to let us know how much you love us, how much you want us to be around for season 2, because those really do make us feel so good on the inside. And we'll talk about it more next episode, as well as what our schedule will look like going into season 2, because we will be taking a little bit of a break.
Oh, we need it.
Oh god, we weren't going to. We were just going to try to drive through till Christmas, but we are not doing that anymore. But we also have hopefully another project in the works to coincide with
And
everything.
maybe
But we'll talk about that later.
Maybe more bonus episodes. So yeah.
And more bonus episodes. And with that, we will hopefully see you all next week with our season 1 in review episode. And I hope you all are having a better day than Aaron Eccles, because he got kind of fucked up. And
He's still doing better than Lilly
deservedly,
though. So,
but and not for long. And Duncan sees to that. Have a great day.
Bye.
You tried to save Veronica Mars. We get it. Girl detectives are bitchier than regular detectives. Not into it.